the women's portion of the 2015 MIAA Basketball Tournament. Once you make it here to Municipal Auditorium in Kansas City, things start moving pretty fast. Just about 24 hours ago, the Jennies played their quarterfinal game, and when they won, now it's the Saturday semifinals. UCM's got a tough test ahead, facing top seed Fort Hays State. The Jennies and Tigers played the first game of the conference schedule way back on December 4th in Hays. Now nationally ranked number 6 Fort Hays beat UCM by 1 point in overtime in that game basically 3 months ago. Let's jump into the first half highlights. Just a few minutes in, Shelby Winkleman out and running. She goes for a short jumper but gets her own rebound, scores on the putback. We're tied 4-4. Fort Hays up by a basket, but then Chelsea Mason stretches that out with a 3. 9-4 Tigers. Justina Prairie Chief dumps down to Danielle Berry for the score. Back to a 1-point game about 7 minutes in. Senior Revonnia Howard puts the Jennies in the lead with 12 minutes on the clock. It's 10-9 UCM. A few minutes later, Berry going to work in the paint. Jennies leading 14-11. Mason making a difference for Hays from beyond the arc, though. This one at the 9-minute mark gives the Tigers the lead back 16-14. 4 minutes to the break, Winkleman drives, bucket is good. Jen's back within 1, trailing 19-18. Mason takes the wind out of those sails a bit with another long ball. Fort Hays leading 22-18. Nicola Kaperska adds to that with a foul line jumper. Hays looking at a 6-point lead, 90 seconds to the buzzer. Less than a minute, Justina Prairie Chief spin move pass to Berry. Jen's trail 24-20. Pretty low scoring game, as you can tell. At halftime, both teams are shooting right about 29% from the field. UCM has not made a 3 or even attempted a foul shot, but is outscoring the Tigers in the paint 18-6 while losing the rebounding battle 27-19. Jennies defense has forced 11 turnovers and grabbed 6 steals. Fort Hays holding on to a small lead, 26-20. Second half now, great start for UCM. Score right off the bat from Howard. Jennies within 4. Shot misses the rim, but Jasmine Thompson gets a hold of it. That one's off too, but Thompson grabs the ball, scores the second time around. One possession game, 26-24. Thompson again, short jumper right in the defender's face. We've got a tie ball game, 26-26. We're 3 minutes in. Mason's 3-point shooting, though, continues to give Fort Hays a leg up in the second half. This one is good. Tigers on top 31-26. 10 minutes left. Kaperska drives all the way in for the layup. Hays up 36-30. Prairie Chief out to Winkleman on a fast break. Bucket counts, and there's a foul. Shelby makes it 3 points at the line. Jennies down 4. Winkleman again drives inside, throws up a score. One possession game, 39-37, 8 minutes to go. Unfortunately, we see another 3-ball from Mason about a minute later. Tigers back out to a 5-point lead. Still a lot of fight left in these Jennies. 6 minutes on the clock. Another drive and score from Winkleman plus the foul. She gets the extra point again, too. We're tied on the scoreboard once again, 44-44. Let's cut down to about 90 seconds left. Hays up 3. Kaperska takes a loose ball, heads the other way. Layup is good. Tigers leading 56-51. The number 1 seed holds on to that lead with foul shots. 5 seed Central Missouri falls to top seed Fort Hays State, 59-53.
I'd like to, number one, say thanks to 6 seniors who were great kids that are all crying their eyes out right now because they enjoyed each other, and we ended up having a fun season full of a lot of highs and a few lows. And so I'd like to give credit to their defense. I mean, we go 0 for 10 from the 3 and only get to the line 12 times as opposed to their 30. So I really can't believe we're even in the game. Anyway, the way you look at some of these numbers, you're thinking, well, if you can't score from the 3 and you have a tough time scoring inside against the Defensive Player of the Year, and then you give up 24 offensive rebounds, looks like you got beat by 30. So I got to give our kids credit for playing hard and making a show of it. But we'll tip our caps to Fort Hays, who is going to host a regional, and well-deservedly.
Shelby Winkleman led the Jennies with 14 points and 10 rebounds. Revonnia Howard scored 13 and pulled down 7 boards along with 2 blocks, which put her in 5th place on the Jennies' all-time block list with 94 total. Fort Hays' Kate Lehman had 18 and 13. 12 of her points came from the charity stripe, where she took 20 shots. As a team, the Jennies only attempted 12. Chelsea Mason scored 17, hitting 5 three-pointers. Nikola Kaperska finished with 12 points. The UCM defense held the Tigers to just 28% shooting, and the two teams scored 33 points each in the second half, so the first half lead for Hayes was the difference. The 2015 MIAA Women's Basketball Championship ended up being between Fort Hays and 2-seed Emporia State. Emporia picked up its third straight title and 7th overall with a 49-46 upset. UCM senior Revonnia Howard was named to the All-Tournament team. For the 2014-2015 season, 3 Jennies earned all-conference honors. Winkleman was voted onto the first team, Howard's second team, and Jasmine Thompson made the honorable mention list. The Central Missouri women's basketball team finished the year with a 21-9 overall record, 13-6 in the MIAA. Reporting at Municipal Auditorium in Kansas City, I'm Katie Smith for UCMathletics.com.